Hello and welcome to this Breathe With Me session for the Sturgeon full moon on the 1st of August 2023. If you don't know me, my name is Victoria and I am the founder of StretchBodyMind, where I train people to become Pilates teachers, yoga teachers, meditation teachers and breathwork teachers as well, or breathwork facilitators. So as part of the work that I've been doing around breathwork, I have decided to offer these sessions as an opportunity for us to take just 30 minutes. And we're not going to be breathing for a full 30 minutes. Well, actually, that's a lie. Of course, you'll be breathing for the full time, but we're not breathing consciously for 30 minutes. We'll probably do a practice of around about 10 minutes. But it is, it is that opportunity to take a moment to recognize that we are not only in a full moon season, but we're actually in a supermoon. And this is the second supermoon of 4 that we're going to have this year. The next supermoon is the end of August, and I will be doing another Breathe With Me session then. So by all means, feel free to sign up. It'd be lovely to have you. I'm also going to be doing another Breathe With Me session for the new moon. It is my intention going forward that I'm going to do these every 2 weeks. Okay. And again, they will probably always be around 6 p.m. UK time because, well, it suits me. I can't do them on the actual time the moon changes because the moon becomes full or new because I have a toddler. So it's very difficult to do anything during the day when you just cannot guarantee the quiet. So let's keep our fingers crossed that we do get some peace and quiet for this particular full moon. Now, not only is it a full moon today, but it's also the 1st of August, so a pinch and a punch for the 1st of the month. It is also a really special time for me on a personal level, because this is Lammas, and this always reminds me of being at home in Ireland and the Owl Lammas Fair, which takes place every year in Ballycastle. So it actually probably doesn't take place on the 1st of August. It'll probably take place this weekend. And it's just this lovely event where you get to go into that little village in Northern Ireland and sort of celebrate the Lammas. So Lammas is actually the Christian name for what was originally a pagan holiday, a pagan festival called Lunasa. And I have a little bit of information about it. It's all around the Celtic god Lu, L-U-G-H. And he was the god of craftsmanship. And he was skilled in lots of things, including blacksmithing, wheel making, and fighting. So he was honored on this day because this was the start of the grain harvest. So we are like midway between the start of summer and the end, the fall holidays. So this Lunasa is another high day and holiday in the pagan culture, the pagan calendar. By the way, you can take this or leave this, but for me, as I say, it just reminds me of being home in Ireland and doing all those celebration things. So apparently modern day pagans bake bread and cakes on this day, again, because they're honoring the grain harvest. I bought a cake. Would that be enough? Let's hope so. But we are going to, we're going to do some breathing today that I think will really benefit this full moon. And it's alternate nostril breathing. So this is also known as Nadi Shodhana or Anuloma Viloma for the yogis amongst us, but it's basically where we breathe into one nostril, breathe out of the other, then breathe in out in that same nostril and breathe out again. So we'll be doing that practice for around about 10 minutes. I will guide you through the first few rounds, and then I will leave you to do it on your own and find your own rhythm with it. And honestly, 10 minutes of it just brings you into this really calm state. It is actually, when we call it in Sanskrit Nadi Shodhana, the nadis relate to the nervous system, okay? So when we do this practice, we're helping to balance our sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. We're trying to bring ourselves out of fight or flight and into the more rest and digest. And so this breath practice is wonderful to do at the full moon time, at that sort of culmination time, to help bring balance in. Now, before we start the breath, I also wanted to tell you a little bit more specifically about this 1st of August supermoon, full moon, Sturgeon moon. So the names for the moons really came from America, and in particular, hold on, I'm just letting people in, that's it. Really, it came from the indigenous population and what they saw in nature. So the names for the moons were, around what they saw at that time. So the Sturgeon moon is all about the sturgeon fish, which started to really, this was their breeding time, and they started to, you used to get loads of sturgeon around about this time. Now, the sturgeon fish is a really interesting one because it's one of the oldest fish breeds in the world. So it's quite nice for us at this Sturgeon moon time to remember our heritage, to remember our history, to connect into that. And I just think it's a lovely thing to do. As I said, it's a super moon. Don't worry, that doesn't mean like superhero. It actually isn't the rarest thing in the world. We do get around sort of 4 of them a year, and it's actually quite rare in 2023 that the 4 of them are in a row. So we had the last one in July, and we're having another one at the end of August. So the supermoon basically means that it appears larger in the sky than a normal full moon would. So I'm really hoping that the weather clears up a little bit here, and we sort of lose the clouds and I get to see the actual moon. But if you are like me and there's no break in the clouds, don't worry, because it doesn't matter whether you can see it or not, it's still happening. All right. For me, on a personal level, there has been a lot of emotion over the last couple of days. And really, I believe that because we are, connected to the moon, our bodies are like 60% odd water, and the moon has that influence on the tides. It also has an influence on us. On a level that we don't, it's not even on a conscious level, but if you've been finding it difficult to sleep over the last few days, if you've just been finding your energy a little bit higgledy-piggledy, this could be part of the reason. So it's not only full moon energy, but it's super full moon energy. So it's just giving us an extra boost. I'm sure you know this already. I'm getting really, really hippy-dippy now, but we are in Leo season in terms of our sun. But this full moon is actually in the sign of Aquarius, and Leo and Aquarius are opposites on the zodiac. I am an Aquarius sun sign, so I thought this was interesting. Aquarians are the rebels of the astrological calendar. They have a tendency to be really quite environmentalist, quite eccentric, quite innovative or inventive. And so my suggestion for you in this full moon in Aquarius is to start to think outside the box a little bit. What I have noticed in terms of all the reading that I've been doing, they're talking about that this is a really good time to collaborate with others in your circle, because you can learn things from others. But the full moon is also a time, our new moon time is a time to set intentions, but our full moon time is an opportunity to let go of expectations, of intentions, of projects that have not necessarily been working. And if you read my email this morning, I actually am letting go of a Pilates class that I've been teaching for almost a year, because it is time for me to work on other collaborations and really focus on my training. So I am leaving the teaching behind, basically. So anyway, I'm sure you didn't really need to know that about me. I just wanted to share it. So just notice yourself if there are opportunities to collaborate with others, whether it is in work, whether it's in your home life, whether it's in your, self-employment, or just in your social life, and allow yourself to let go of things that you just feel it's time. It's hard. Like it was difficult to say, look, I'm ready to let this go, but it was definitely the right thing. And it just feels like all of the timing is perfect. So I just want to read you a little bit. Leo's season, remember we're in the sun sign of Leo, allowed you to acknowledge and hold space for your desire to be seen and to be valued. But this full moon in Aquarius is shedding light on the parts of you that may not always be celebrated. Now, what I mean by that is that sometimes we have things that we've been keeping hidden, but now that we have this full moon, it's shining a light on things. And perhaps there are parts of you, shadow parts of you, that it's time to let them have a voice. Okay. So anyway, have a think about all this, have a listen to this again. This is recorded. I will send you out the recording. I definitely recommend that you do the breathing practice again, like tomorrow, just in these days of the full moon. It's a really good idea. And even while we're doing this alternate nostril breathing practice now for the next 10 minutes, perhaps use this time to think about what it is that you want to let go of, what qualities in yourself that you've been keeping hidden, but you want to now like shine a light on. And, allowing yourself to dance to the beat of your own drum. Okay, enough cliches. We are actually going to get down to some breathing. So I'm going to show you this first. And then, as I say, I'm going to talk you through a couple of rounds. I will put my timer on and we will be doing this for 10 minutes. If you are watching the recording, you might want to put on some music as well. The recording is going to be on YouTube, and sometimes they get a bit funny about music being played. So for this practice, we will be doing this without music. But again, if you want to line up your Spotify playlist and play something nice in the background, please feel free to do that. Okay, so the alternate nostril breathing is a practice that we actually do seated. So you're either sitting in a chair or sitting on a mat or a bolster. If you are sitting on the floor, do make sure your legs are crossed and your spine is tall. And if you're sitting on the chair, plant both feet into the floor for me and give the toes a wee bit of a wiggle. Give your bum a little bit of a wiggle in the chair too. And then lift those shoulders up and roll them back and down. Okay. Now, I am doing this in front of my desk, so I am able to take my right hand and lean it on the desk. If that is not the case for you, what you can do is use your left hand to support your right hand. Now, this is one of the few that I don't mirror, okay? I am actually using my right hand because we don't put our left hand to our face, okay? That is just part of the culture of this breath. We use our right hand. So again, you can take the left hand to support your elbow. You're going to take your first two fingers and place them here at the third eye point, so just between the eyebrows. And then you're going to be using your thumb and your ring finger to open and close the nostrils. By the way, if the nose feels a little bit blocked, there's usually one nostril that feels a bit clearer than the other. Don't worry, keep going with the practice. If you need to, take a sip in through your mouth. That's perfectly fine. But as you continue the practice, I promise the nostrils will start to respond and the nose will sort of open up a little bit. But you will probably still notice that one nostril is slightly harder to breathe through than the other, and that is perfectly normal. So the fingers are here, the thumb and the ring finger are here. If this feels a little claustrophobic, because some people don't like this, you can actually just take the first two fingers and press them down, okay? And again, still using your ring finger and your thumb, okay? So that is an option as well. I just my little finger just sticks up like I'm drinking a cup of tea and I'm very posh. But I prefer this version. I don't know why. I find it very grounding. You will be doing the practice with eyes closed, so hopefully that will be less distracting as well. And again, let me show you this first. So we breathe completely in and out through the nose, no holding with thumbs or fingers. Then you breathe, you breathe in and then you let it all go, okay? Then you close the thumb and you breathe in through the left nostril. And you just breathe until your breath is done. Close the ring finger, open the thumb and breathe out through the right. Close the thumb. Oh, sorry. Breathe in through there. Then close the thumb, open the ring finger and breathe out through the left. Okay, as I said, I'm going to talk you through this. So let's make ourselves comfortable. I'm going to put the timer on for 10 minutes. Good. Well done. Okay. When you're ready, right hand up towards the face. First two fingers between the eyebrows, thumb and ring finger ready. Take a breath in here through both nostrils and allow the eyes to close. Breathe out through both nostrils. And then I want you to close the thumb and breathe in through the left nostril. Close the ring finger, open the thumb and breathe out through the right. Breathe in here. Close the thumb, open the ring finger and breathe out through the left. Breathe in here. Close the ring finger, open the thumb, breathe out through the right. Breathe in here. Close the thumb, open the ring finger and breathe out through the left. Breathe in here. Close the ring finger, open the thumb, breathe out. Breathe in. Close the thumb, open the ring finger, breathe out. Breathe in. Close the ring finger, open the thumb, breathe out. Breathe in. Close the thumb, open the ring finger, breathe out. Breathe in. Close the ring finger, open the thumb, breathe out. Breathe in here. And breathe out through the other nostril. Breathe in here. And breathe out through the right. Breathe in here. And breathe out left. Breathe in here. And breathe out right. Continue breathing. Find your rhythm for this breath. You might even want to take a little pause with both nostrils pinched before you exhale. So just enjoy. Remember, one nostril may feel a little bit easier than the other. And if it's really difficult, of course you're allowed to open your mouth, take a sip in or exhale. As you keep going, the breath should get easier. And you might even find that it goes a little longer, that you can inhale a little longer, that you can exhale a little longer. We are halfway there. Notice as the breath deepens, how you start to create space in your brain. How you get little pauses in between all the mind chatter. And how you can actually direct your thoughts. So instead of just fretting or going over something, think about this Sturgeon full moon. Think about what you need to let go of. And allow yourself to release it. Think about what you'd like to shed light on. And allow it to be seen. Think about people that you would like to collaborate with. And situations that feel like they've come to a natural end. We've just a couple more minutes to go. We're into our last minute now. We're into our last round. I want you to finish by closing the thumb and breathing out through that left nostril. And then take the hand away from the face. Keep the eyes closed. And just notice if you have brought balance to the brain. Balance to the nervous system. Notice that sensation of calm washing over you. And remember that you can come back to this breath as often as you like, but once a day for 10 minutes is fantastic. If you heard that ding, that is to tell me that our 30 minutes are up. So before we open our eyes, let's rub our hands together and then place the hands over the eyes. Allow yourself then to blink the eyes open behind the palms and very slowly and gently open the fingers, take the hands away. And our Breathe With Me session for this Sturgeon full moon is now complete. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget, I have breathwork facilitator training coming up in September. We are running for 12 weeks and you get to learn how to do these breaths for yourself, but also how to facilitate your clients doing these breaths online and in person. If you are interested, we have an early bird rate that is still on for the next couple of weeks. So please send me a DM or an email and I can give you more details about that. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.